what's missing?
I knowed I should have kept it under lock and key. Letting it lay out there in the open like that was too much temptation.
Well, what's missing, Granny?
They didn't even touch the silver. Headed right for the valuables. Over 50 bars of my homemade light soap.
Granny, good as it is, I don't know nobody who'd risk jail to steal your soap.
Just name any movie star. Why, they'd do worse than that. To get my skincare beauty secret?
My soap?
Of course. Ellie, tell your pa why my skin looks the way it does today.
I suppose it's because you've been out in the sun and the wind too long.
Who asked you?
You did, Granny.
Ellie, you seen any strangers prowling around Granny's lye soap?
Or movie stars?
No, but Jethro toted it all out of there. Maybe he's seen somebody.
What?
Jethro took it?
Yes, sir. He says for his nude business, there ain't no soap can touch it.
New business?
With my lye soap? What's he gonna do? Skin beautifying?
No, he's opening a car wash.
All right, Bessie, we're all set for my grand opening. You ready to take off with my advertising campaign? What do you mean, no? All you gotta do is float up a couple 1,000 feet and toss out these handbills.
Jethro!
Howdy, Jet. I was gonna wait till I had my first customer before I called you, but what do you think of my new car wash?
Boy, sometimes you act like you got grits for brain. You know how many of these places there already is in Beverly Hills?
Not like mine. This is the only one in the whole world that'll wash your car in just 5 seconds.
It is.
Yeah, that's because I'm the only fella that's smart enough to think of dunking them.
Dunking them?
You can get your car spanking clean, top and bottom. It's my own invention. You see, I just put the car in them chains over yonder and hoist it up with them ropes. It's hooked up to this block and tackle at either end. Then I just haul the car out over the water and slacken off and drop it in. Then I just slush it around a little bit and lift it out over to this side and let it drip dry. How about that? And what's more, for 10 cents extra, I clean the whole inside of the car, too. I just leave the windows open. What's the matter? I forget something?
For one thing, the shingle you're gonna need for your pants when Granny finds out what happened to her soap.
Oh, wait, that's the secret to this whole operation. You see, even in cold water, Granny's lye soap cuts grease just like that.
Boy.
Of course, it is kind of tough on car paint, too, but I don't care much about repeat business.
You got 24 hours to drain this pond, pull down them ropes, and get this place back to normal.
Oh, come on, Uncle Jed. I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna set this world on fire.
You're gonna clean up, all right. Everything. Or you're gonna end up with the seat of your britches on fire.
Well, if it ain't the king of the car washer.
Oh, yeah? If I'd have got my handbills out when I wanted to, I'd have been turning the customers away now. It's all that dad-blame Bess's fault.
What do you mean it's Bess's fault?
That monkey ain't nothing but a big, hairy chicken.
All right, kid. Where's that soap filter, Jethro?
Now, calm down, Granny. I've already got to the bottom of the trouble.
That's what I want to do. Where is he?
I'll help you make some more soap, but you won't need them hickory hide heaters.
It's the young'uns that need 'em, and the woodshed. Then we'd see how much mischief they could get into.
Now, Granny. I think it's more like they got too much time on their hands. I might go down and see can Mr. Drysdale find something for me.
You're wasting your wind. The couple of times you did put 'em to work, they were back home the same day.
I know.
I figure betwixt Ellie's secretarying and Jethro's ciphering, they made the other workers look sluggish.
Oh, Granny, I think it's on account of they remind him of his lost youth.
Lost youth?
Yeah. One day after the young'uns had worked down there, he told me it was like being back in Wall Street on October Friday in 1929.
You know he was sentimental. That brings a tear to my eye.
Now that you mention it, when he told me there was tears in his eyes, too. But I wasn't thinking of bank work. I'm hoping that he'll think of something more to their liking.
Well, you're going to have trouble with Jethro. I don't know of nobody that's looking to hire a professional eater.
Well, we'll come up with something. Boy's got good qualities. He's strong, he's eager. There's another good quality. He's clean.
Good morning, Miss Hathaway. You remember my nephew and namesake, little Milburn Drysdale?
How do you do, Miss Hathaway?
Hello, Milby.
His parents asked me to keep an eye on him for a few hours while they're gone.
Where have they gone?
Europe.
Oh, Chief.
Oh, I'm just taking care of him for the day. Tomorrow he starts boarding school. Milby, why don't you go in my office and play? I'll be right in.
Yes, sir, Uncle Milburn.
Oh, he's a fine youngster. A credit to the Drysdale family.
Chief, how did you get stuck with keeping that miserly little monster again?
Just a minute, Miss Hathaway. Last year, when you took care of Milby, he was just going through a transition phase.
I know, like the wolf man.
Oh, come on now, he's a fine lad.
He is a grasping, avaricious, crafty, conniving little money grubber.
Yes, everyone says he reminds them of me as a boy.
At the age of 6, when other little kiddies were playing hide and seek, Milby had started his first business.
So every kid has a lemonade stand?
Milburn opened a pawn shop. Look, Chief, he needs other interests. He needs to go places and do things with someone he looks up to. So someone big and tall and strong.
I agree. You can have him all day.
Never again.
But I can't get away. You've got to take care of him.
Not even if you give me a whip and a chair.
Well,
Oh, hello, Uncle Milby. I hope you don't mind my borrowing this book from your desk.
oh, not at all, my boy. Ah, a sympathetic look at Ebenezer Scrooge. That's one of my favorites. Now, what would you like to do today?
Well, a real fun thing is making money.
Good lad. I'll bet you're saving to buy a new bicycle.
No, I've got my eye on some property in the valley.
I see. Well, how are you going to earn all that money?
I could start by betting you $5 that in 30 seconds your face will turn blue. Okay?
All right. I'll take that wager, but just to give you a lesson in gambling. Never bet except on a sure thing.
I don't. Remember, you taught me that last year.
Blue chalk. Well, little Milby, you certainly got the best of me that time. What would you like to do now?
I'd like to collect my $5. And then I'd like to do what we did last year. You know, run barefoot around the vault.
I'd like that too, my boy, but I'm very busy today.
Mr. Clampett is here to see you.
Mr. Clampet's a very important man. Milburn, please stop crying for Uncle Milburn. Mr. Clampet's my favorite depositor. He's got $70 million.
Something wrong in here?
How do you do, Mr. Clampett? My name is Milburn Drysdale.
Now, Mr. Clampett, as I understand it, you're worried Jethro and Ellie may have too much time on their hands.
Yeah, well, you see, there just ain't enough work on the place. Even with all the chores Granny and me can think up, they still got a good hour a day with nothing to do.
Water, Mr. Clampett?
Oh, no thanks, son.
Coffee? Tea? Milk?
No thanks.
He's a fine boy. He has a great career ahead of him.
Yeah, he's already a pretty good waiter.
Pillow for your head?
Oh, no thanks.
That's fine, Milby. Now, why don't you sit on the sofa and read, huh?
Oh, it's all right. I have my bank book.
Well, now, getting back to the young'uns. Ellie is kind of a problem. You see, once you toss out secretary...
Yes, let's toss that out.
And when you come to Jethro, there's say, you don't know anybody that needs a professional eater, do you?
No, but Don't worry, I'll come up with something to suit his talents and education.
Good. Well, he said he'll take anything at all, as long as it's a executive job.
All right. Well, you'll have to give me a little time. We're pretty swamped here today. I'll even have to find somebody to take care of Milby for me.
Well, why couldn't he spend a day over at my place?
Oh,
Please, Uncle Milburn. Please, I can.
I think it'll be all right.
Yippee! Thank you, Uncle Milburn.
And you'll be giving Ellie a job at the same time. She'll be your babysitter. She's waiting outside. I'll go fetch her in.
Did you say a babysitter? For me?
Yeah, here she is now.
But I'm 11 years old. Of course, I'm very insecure.
Ellie, you got a job. You're gonna babysit little Milby there.
Howdy, Milby. You're the first human being I ever babysat for. Well? Yeah, but I ain't worried, because I'll just pretend you's an oversized monkey. Hey, Miss Jane, I got me a job babysitting Milby here.
What can the chief be thinking of? All right, Milby, you win. I'll take care of you instead of Ellie Mae.
You've got to be kidding.
Come on, Milby. We called Granny, and she's all excited about you coming.
I'm looking forward to meeting her.
I'll be up to check on you later, Milby. Be on your best behavior now.
Yes, sir, Uncle Milburn.
Well, come on, Milby. Boy, you're as cute as a little old bunny rabbit. Let's go, Milby.
Well, there you are, Milby. Make yourself to home.
Boy, would I love to go into the escrow in a place like this.
Sorry to disappoint you, Milby. It's got 32 rooms and 14 baths, but I don't think it's got an escrow.
What's the matter, Jethro?
I'm mad. Before I even got it going, I had to shut down my 5-second car wash.
A 5-second car wash? Why, you could make a fortune.
Yeah, I know. Say, for a little kid, Milby, you're pretty smart.
Business is my middle name.
Hey, how much schooling you had?
I finished the 6th grade.
Yeah, I should have known. You can always pick out the fellers with the higher education. I'm a 6th grade graduate myself. Hey, Milby, how old are you anyhow?
11.
11? And clean through to 6th grade? You must have started school before you could walk. Though she had awful easy teachers.
Granny. Wonder where she is.
I don't know. You try to catch her and I'll look upstairs.
Okay.
Granny!
All right, I'm coming. Where is the little tyke?
Granny, what you got there? What is all this?
Everything for the little young'un that Ellie Mae is babysitting with. I got blankets and bottles and diapers.
I reckon I didn't make myself too clear on the phone, and, you know, the baby we brung home is 11.
Well, 11-month-old baby will still need a lot of care. I can hardly wait to hold the infant in my arms again. Where is the little bundle?
Well, Milby is out with Jethro.
You left him out there with that big clock. Jethro, carry in little Milby and be very careful with him.
Granny, little Milby is a big boy.
Here he is.
Hi. He is big for 11 months, ain't he? Almost as big as Jethro was at that age. Wait a minute. You ain't no little baby.
That's what I've been trying to tell you, Granny. Milby's 11 years old.
How do you do, Granny? My name is Milburn Drysdale.
You're named after Mr. Drysdale?
Oh, not quite, Granny. Milby's middle name is Business.
Milby Business Drysdale. That's a real high tone.
Come on out to the kitchen, have some milk and a piece of pie.
I wonder if I could have Jethro show me around the house first.
Well, all right. When you're through, come on out.
Hey, Milby, you mean you was turning down a piece of pie for a look around the house? I thought you was an educated man.
Look at this.
Well, what about it? Just an old vase.
It's a Ming vase.
Oh, it's for flowers.
Jethro, Ming is a famous Chinese dynasty.
Well, maybe so, but they's out of business by now. Mr. Drysdale says that vase is a couple thousand years old.
I'll give you $1 for it.
$1 for a couple thousand-year-old vase? I can't slicker you like that.
Then sell it to me for 50 cents.
Well, okay, sucker. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What was you heating all this milk for?
Well, I was expecting little Milky to be a tiny infant. And Jethro used to drink that much for his evening bottle.
Yeah, but you got to remember, even as a baby, Jethro had a mighty unusual hunger.
Yeah, there ain't many 3-day-old babies that can tie into a side of bacon like he does.
Especially when it was still attached to the hog. Seems like ever since, his body and his appetite have been trying to see which could get the biggest.
Yeah, too bad his brains didn't enter the race.
I believe it's Gainsborough.
I don't know his name, but he sure dresses funny.
I'd like to buy it, too.
Gee, Milby, you already bought an awful lot of stuff.
I told you, I'll give you a check when we get everything totaled up.
Okay, but, gee, I can't help feeling I'm taking advantage of a little kid. I mean, you're giving us $5 for this thing and don't even give off decent lies.
I'm buying it for a friend. He likes old junk and doesn't care what he spends.
Okay, then watch out, because I'm really taking you to the cleaners.
Swell. I'll give you $5 for the Gainsborough.
10.
$7.50.
Sold. Hot dog, is my Uncle Jed gonna be proud of me.
Here, sign the receipt.
I can't wait to tell him.
Why don't you wait until you can show him the check?
Okay. When he sees what a business genius I am, he'll let me run a 5-second car wash for sure.
Yeah, I want to see that. Will you show me how it works?
Right away. I'll flag down the first car I see and be ready for you in 5 minutes.
I'll be in the mortgage department. There may be a foreclosure.
I hate to interrupt your fun, but don't you think you should pick up Milby at the Clampetts?
Why? He's probably having the time of his life.
I don't doubt it, being just one bootlick away from $70 million.
I'll pick him up this evening. Now lay off. He's just a normal, high-spirited youngster.
Is it normal to be kicked out of 3 military schools in 1 year?
It happened.
For usury?
I don't care what the law says. 80% interest on a loan is not unreasonable.
I give up. Apparently, Milby is more important to you than the Clampett account.
Miss Hathaway, when it comes to that boy, my nephew, my namesake, my blood, I don't care whose face he turns blue. I don't care who he swindles, who he cleans out. No, not even my biggest depositor.
You hear what I just said?
I heard it, but I don't believe it.
Yes, be out of my mind. Come on, we better get up to the Clampetts. When we get back, I've got to take a complete rest, a vacation. Somewhere completely away from finance, banking, money. Maybe I'll go up to the mountains. Pan for gold.
That's your truck down there?
Yeah. Them bubbles is on account of the engine still running.
What happened?
Well, I couldn't get no cars to turn in the driveway, so I used the truck. Got it out yonder, and the ropes broke.
And this was your 5-second car wash?
Yeah. There is a few kinks in it yet. Doggone. The engine just died.
Gee, I was counting on you hauling away the things I bought with that truck.
Oh, I'll get it out. Well, I'm sure glad I drove such a hard bargain selling all that stuff to you. At least I'll be able to show my Uncle Jed I've done something right.
But remember, you won't show him until I'm gone. You have the check, right?
Hey, how does a little kid like you get all your money anyhow?
I use my head. For instance, this morning, I got $5 out of my Uncle Milburn. Nothing to it.
How'd you do that?
Cost you 50 cents to find out.
50 cents? For a way to get $5? It's a deal. Pigeon, partner. Hey, Uncle Jed, Granny, I just found out the best way to make $5 you ever heard of.
Well, what is it?
I'll show you. I'll bet you $5 that in 30 seconds, your face is gonna turn blue.
Jethro, I ain't a gambling man.
Go on, Ched. It's a sure thing.
All right, I'll bet you.
Okay, here we go.
All Mike, listen. How dare you come in here and make a mess like this, you big funnel brain?
Hey, now, wait a minute, Granny. I didn't
Hey, you big cabbage head.
Granny! Jethro, I told you to stay out of trouble while Milby was here. What have you been up to now?
Well, do you want to hear the good or the bad news first?
I got a feeling either way I'm gonna need my switches.
Now, maybe you come right over here and sit down. Well, reckon we might as well get the bad news out of the way first.
Well, it ain't that awful. It's just that I dropped the truck in the cement pond.
Where's the switches?
Stay right there, Granny. I'll fetch him.
Hey, now, hold on. Wait till you hear the good news. Oh, you'll forget all about the bad.
All right, start them jaws a-hopping fast.
Yeah, well, you know how this house is full of bric-a-brac and junk and paintings and stuff? Most of it hundreds of years old and just cluttering up the place? Well, I unloaded almost half a ton of it on that little Milby.
You what?
And he's not only taking it off our hands, he's paying almost $200 for it. How about that? Look at there. The good news just knocked her right over. Reckon I don't get no switching now, huh, Uncle Jim?
Not for the bad news, no, but you're gonna get a first-class rump roasting for the good.
Hi, Uncle Milburn. Miss Hathaway, I'm glad you're here.
What's going on here? What is this?
I bought it for us. Every piece of fabulous antique. All I need is your check to pay for it. Partner,
What are you talking about?
you're gonna be proud of me. I conned it out of these hillbilly hicks for less than $200.
It's worth 1,000 times that.
I know. We'll sell it and make a fortune.
Yes. Yes, we'll get rich. Drysdale and Drysdale. Antiques. What? Oh, yes, of course. To get Mr. Clammett. Now, we'll see if you really bought this stuff.
I've got signed receipts from Simple Simon. You know Jethro?
What, you little monster, you probably cost my biggest account.
Now, don't get excited, Uncle Milburn. How much do you want to forget the whole thing?
This is something you've been eating all your life, and you're not buying your way out of it.
It's gonna hurt you more than it does me.
Don't count on it.
He sure cleaned out the place, didn't he?
I'm just glad we arrived before Milby resold everything.
If the little fellow wanted it that bad, he should have asked. We'd probably give him most of the stuff.
It's Jethro's fault taking advantage of a sweet little fellow like that.
By the way, where's Jethro?
He's out back trying to get the truck out of the cement pond.
What's going on? Just disciplining my nephew, Mr. Clammett. I'll be right back and make amends for all this. Get in, Miss Hathaway.
You must have spanked him good. We could hear him yelling clean inside.
That's not what he was yelling about. He's used to spankings. I got him where it really hurts.
What you mean?
I took his money belt.